Hello guys, Kit here. So I've been practicing two-stone run for quite a while, like for the last 2 weeks, and I've been trying to find like a method of an atlas strategy that can help you with atlas completion. So atlas completions is something you're going to do after you beat Kitava at Act 10 and you arrive at Kari Shore, and then you're going to take your first map at Kirac, you finish the map, and then you're going to have access to your map device and you can invite Kirac to the hideout. So in this video I want to share what I learned from all the practice that I did and how you can progress your atlas quickly. So the first one is Kirac, and this is the commander Kirac. When you finish your first map, you will be able to invite him to your hideout, and when you click him, there is an option to purchase items, and if you click it, you will have this tab where basically Kirac going to sell you a bunch of maps. And these maps, the way I like to do it, if I press Alt, you can see on the top there is Atlas map complete and bonus objective is already complete. And I will scroll down and look for the one like this that is red, that's mean is incomplete. So this is the map that I can buy from Kirac and I can complete them. So I can just buy them, it's going to cost me 2 chance. And when it comes to this, like there's no other map anymore. All of them are already completed, so there's no reason to buy the maps. And there's a way to refresh this list. And one way to do it is to use Atlas missions, which is basically a Kirac missions. And on the left, you can see how much mission you have. I have 0 on white maps, 8 on yellow maps, and 2 on red maps. And I will talk about how you can get these missions a little bit later on. So when I click here, you can see that on yellow map, I have a bunch of maps that I can do. And you can hover over the maps and you can see which map that you haven't complete. Usually there will be some. In this case, I already complete a bunch of them, so all of them is already completed. On the red map, I can check and okay, there's a 2 map that I haven't completed, but this is only rares. So in order to complete a maps, if you on white maps, you only need to make it magic. So if I use transmute, this basically become a magic map. Blue map, I can complete this and I can get the bonus objective, which is going to give me a skill point. And for the yellow map, I need to make them rare, which basically I'm going to need something like Aura of Alchemy or Aura of Binding. Both of this going to make them rares. And if I complete them with them rares, I can get the bonus objective too. Now for the red maps, you need to make them rares and also you need to make them corrupted. So how you corrupt things is with foul orbs, and you need to make sure the mod on the map is something you can do. For example, on this map, it has reflect, which I cannot do. So I need to reroll the maps. One way to reroll is using scour. You can scour, basically make them normal again, and then I can use Aura Binding again to make them rare again. And this mod I can do, so I will use foul orbs on the maps. Now when you use foul orbs, there's a bunch of things that can happen, but one thing that are really bad is it going to randomize your mods. And at that point, you're gonna have to pray that it didn't hit a mod that you cannot do. So we're going to try it. If I use it, it didn't do anything, it gives me 6% pack size. This is one of the outcomes that you can get. So if I complete this map, I will get the objective. I mean, in this case, I already complete the map, so I really corrupted for nothing. So when you see the mission on the red maps, you need to make sure they are corrupted if you want to get the bonus objective. And there is a way to refresh this list and to make sure it is corrupted. And one way to do it is using file scouting report. If I click this, it will give me a new list and it will make all of them will be corrupted. So this is something like, for example, the Underground River. I haven't completed this map. I can do this map and complete it. It will count as completion because it is red and corrupted. When you see, for example, if I click this map, you can see on the bottom there is a objective that you need to finish. This one is to complete the legions, and this one is to slay the Rock Exile and all that stuff. And when you complete the map, you will have the bonus objective. But if you also complete the objective that Kirac gives you, it will refresh the vendor over here. So that's how you refresh the vendor. And how you refresh this one is by using scouting report. The normal one is scouting report. The file scouting report that I showed you earlier is to refresh and make sure everything is corrupted. Usually this is something that I will do to complete the red maps. So for examples, like this one is pretty easy to do. Underground River, I will activate. It will open the portal to the maps. And I will fast forward to the point where I complete the maps. And as you can see, I will complete the Underground River. but I forget to do the legion. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to find the legions and I'm going to complete the legions. And as you can see, mission is complete whenever I do the objective. And if I go back to my hideout, and when I check the vendor again, you can see that I get a new list. And this is how you refresh this vendor. So make sure you check out Kirac. Kirac is your best friend on Atlas completions. When you complete the maps, the bonus objective, it will give you skill point. You will see this over here, Atlas passive skill point available. And when you click it, it will bring you to this Atlas tree over here. And there's a multiple way you can do Atlas tree. This is how you can get, and this is how you can put mechanic on the maps. This is how you can make a mechanic harder, more rewarding, and all that stuff. But first thing first, if you hover the bottom of this is the list of point that you can get. So the maximum point you can get is 115 from the Atlas, meaning you complete all the 150 maps, and you need to do 11 Maven invitations and also 6 pinnacle bosses. So the maximum Atlas point you can get is 132, and this is the breakdown of it. So next, let's talk about the Atlas tree itself, like what point that you should go and what point you should take in order to make your Atlas completions more faster or like more reliable. The number one question I need you guys to answer if do you want to do betrayal or not, because betrayal is a pretty good source of items early on. Some people like it, some people not. If you like to do betrayal, then you want to allocate this 4 point over here. This will give tunes to have a chance to appear on your maps. But if you not, we will path toward here and get into the middle. Node over here is the Kirac missions node. If you hover over this node will give you 2% chance to grant an additional Kirac missions when you complete your maps. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's mean this is 8%. And there's a 1 over here that's going to give you 6%. So we have 14% from this small cluster over here. Now, after you get this node, the next question you need to answer, do you want to take Unwavering Vision or not? Some people like it, some people not, the same as before. What Unwavering Vision did is it's going to give you 20 Atlas passive skill point, but you cannot drop scarabs. Some people don't like it because some scarab can be valuable and they can get currency from that. And other people will like to have that 20 Atlas point because 20 Atlas point is quite a lot and you can use them to like kind of jumpstart your whole Atlas tree, and you can start to put a mechanic that can help you to progress your Atlas faster. Me personally, I like to take the Unwavering Visions because it does help with progression a lot, because when I take this 20 point, I can allocate it to a mechanic that's going to help me on Atlas progression, and that usually make the Atlas progressions number one faster, the second one more reliable. And now for my testing, I have 2 mechanics that I really like, and the first one is Blight, as you can see over here. And Blight have the node over here, which basically make the tower, whenever you finish the Blight encounter, that tower became a boxes. When you click the boxes, it can drop bunch of currency. So it can drop you from something like All of Scouring that I already use. So I don't have All of Scouring anymore. It can give you Alchemy, it can give you Recall, Chaos Orb, it can give you Oral Chance, which you're going to use to buy maps and all that stuff. And also Jeweler Orbs, fusing, you get the point. That box gives you a lot of this bubblegum currency, which you're going to really need early on. So that's how Blight helps. And another mechanic that are really good is Expeditions. Expeditions have 4 members, Dunning, 2 gens, and Gwen and Rock. For the Atlas progressions, the most important one is 2 gen. So when you talk to 2 gens and you can click haggle for items, you can see all the currency that 2 gen is going to give you. It can give you All Scouring, it gives you Alchemy. The same thing with Blight. It gives you bubblegum currency that can help you progress your Atlas. You're going to need the Fall Orbs to corrupt your map. You need the Orb Scouring to reroll your map. You need to Alchemy to make the map rest and all that stuff. And you can buy this if you have Artifact. But this character do not have any Artifact because I use this character to test out Blight. Expedition I think is stronger because Expedition give you a choice where you can choose a currency that you want. You can basically click them, haggle them with 2 gens, and you can confirm and buy it if you have Artifact, and you will get this 5 Alchemy. Expedition early on is really strong. Orb of Chaos, you can use them to buy items if you're on trade. If you're on SSF, you're probably going to use them to reroll the maps. But the point is, alchemy and blight, both of them have the same purpose. It gives you a lot of bubblegum currency, which you're going to need to modify your atlas, and does help you for progress your atlas completion. Because, for example, if you have a yellow map but you do not have any alchemy, now you cannot complete your maps, and you cannot get this atlas skill point. So you're going to need this kind of currency early on. Next, I will bring you to PoE Planner. This is a website, and basically you can try to play around with this and figure out a bunch of pathing and all that stuff. And we will continue here because I need to show you a bunch of different things, and I cannot just refund everything on the Atta skill point because it's going to cost a lot of unmaking, which that character doesn't have. So the first one, like I said, you need to ask yourself, do you want June? If you want June, you take this 4 point over here. But if you're not, we're going to progress to the middle. The first one is always the same. You want to rush on the right, not on the left, because left is Atlas Scouting Report. You want Kirac missions, because Kirac mission is the one that's going to help you complete the maps. And this is usually will be the same across everything. You want to have the Kirac mission in the middles. And the next one, if you want Unwavering Visions, which is what I recommend, because I think it's better to take Unwavering Vision early on. And the way I like to go to Unwavering Visions is through the middle. So I will take this ship in the world, and this node will basically make your map have a chance to become 1 tier higher. So it's kind of help you to get the higher tier maps, and thus it can help you progress to keep going up and going up in the tier. So I like to go this one. This one doesn't really matter because we do not use Fortune the Brave. But we have to take this in order for us to go forward. And we're going to take this node and then all the quant node. And then I will take Unwavering Visions. Now after the Unwavering Visions, you need to choose between Blight or Expeditions because that two mechanic that I can recommend. Because that I already test both of them, and both of them is really good. If you want Blight, remember this is 25. You get extra 20 points, so you will finish at 45. So for Blight, I like to take this node first. And I like to take all this node on the bottoms. And this one node is really depending on your characters or how good you are at Blight. Basically what this node did is going to make your Blight monster spawn faster. For me, that's a good thing because I can do Blight and my character basically can do it without tower. So I want the monster to spawn faster so I can finish it faster so it doesn't take me too long to finish the Blight, because that's one downside of Blight. And then I will go to the middle and I will take this Blight chance. This is 47, so you're probably going to finish like this, 45. And this will give you a chance for the Blight to appear on your map, so you don't have to spend anything to get the Blight. And when you get point, I will take this point over here, and then I will go to the left, and I will take all this node, and I will take all this node over here. So this basically will make the chest on your Blight will be more rewarding. And this is basically the one for Blight. And if you want to take it further, there's a node over here. It's going to make the Blight spawn the Blight bosses. This is only if your build is strong enough, because the Blight bosses is pretty hard to do. And if you want expeditions, I will recommend go here and go to the bottom here and take the chance for expeditions. And then you will take this extreme archaeology. And this is basically going to make you only have one detonate, but it's a big detonation, so you don't have to read everything and all that stuff. It will make expedition a lot faster. And then you want to take the top nodes over here, and this will make you more likely to get a logbook. And after that, I will spend all the point after that taking all this node over here, except for this one, because this one will make your remnant on your expedition have personal modifier, and that can be very, very dangerous early on. I don't really think having this going to help you. So what I recommend, just do not take this node, because it will make the expedition really, really rippy. And the next one is take this node over here, and this node basically will make your expedition more likely to be led by 2 gens, because if the expedition is led by 2 gens and you do the expeditions, it will give you the 2 gen artifact. So you want the expedition to lead by 2 gens. And the other one is Dunning, because Dunning can give reroll currency of another person. So Dunning is usually the guy that you're always going to take, doesn't matter which one you're going to go. And what I usually go to after I finish taking my mechanic is I will go for the quant node. So for this expedition, I will take all the quant node, and I will go to the middle and get the quantity. You can also go with Harbinger. Harbinger is pretty good. And the same thing with Blight. With Blight, I will also go to here. I will take all the quantity node and also all the quantity node on the bottom. This will make your Blight or expedition more rewarding. And it's also going to improve your drop because this quantity affect globally. So all your maps also going to get benefit from the quantity. And the next one I'm going to do after I filling all the quant node is I'm going to take this node over here, shaping the sky or shaping the mountains. And this node is really important because this node will give you a chance for the maps to be one tier higher, same with this one. So usually I will go take this adjacent node. Small node basically give you a chance for the monster on your map to drop a map that adjacent to the map that you're doing. This is just some extra, it's already getting nerfed, so you cannot get 100%. So I will take all the map node, and this will help me sustain my maps, number one. The second one is also going to help me progress to the higher map because I need to go to tier 16 in order to get my first 2 stone. And the same thing for expeditions. For the expedition, I will go to this, and I will take this adjacent node, and I will go to this node. And I also going to fill up this node. Basically take all the nodes that are going to give you a chance to get the higher tier. And this is usually where I will get my 2 stone. And after that, what I like to do is take all the influence map, basically, because that is the next progressions. This one is for Conqueror, and this one is for Shaper and Elder, and this one is for Synthesize. And the next one what I like to go is Detective Play, because remember, 11 of the point that you can get is from Maven Invitations. So I will go for Detective Play and take all this node. And this is what my Atlas will looks like usually when I complete my Atlas. So this is for Blight, and this one is for Expeditions, and I will leave the link on the descriptions. So this is how I progress my Atlas. And if this video is helpful, consider like and subscribe, that will help the channel a lot. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope all of you have a great league start.